I feel that there's something, to my mind, a little bit cooler about gold. I think of like a platinum and diamond mix as something that's a little more conventional, and gold feels more vintage inspired or more, downtown kind of young designer. It feels fresher to me a lot of the time. So I really love to look at the books in the Verdura shop because they have a lot of photos of Verdura's clients, and their clients in the beginning, when it was Falco designing it, were sort of like Hollywood wives and starlets who were so glamorous, and they had a lot of money and they bought a lot of jewelry and they dressed up for dinner and they wore really expensive, beautiful pieces of jewelry in a very casual way. I think it's exciting to achieve that with a client where it looks like she picked the dress and these are her jewels. And it feels like an expression of her as opposed to something that's like styled and correct. When I work with actresses, my job, as I see it, is to, more than anything, to make them look more themselves. There are actresses, they're really talented, they're very smart, incredibly professional women, but they don't really necessarily love clothes the way I do. So my job is to sort of like know who they are and how they want to be perceived and sort of amplify it. And with jewelry, I think there's a time for big jewelry. I like big jewelry on occasion, but I like it to sort of just punctuate everything. I like it to feel a little whimsical and a little magical and a little bit personal. I always want it to feel like their own jewelry. There are two eras for jewelry that I really love, especially when it comes to gold, and one of them is this sort of era of Babe Paley and those sort of glamorous women who were part New York socialite and part Hollywood starlet. They wore significant jewelry and owned significant jewelry, and they seem to dress up for evening in a way that we don't anymore. And photos of them wearing these pieces very casually are super inspiring to me. I like the idea that you just like throw on your ball gown and like a few of the bracelets in the box and go out. The first time I saw a gold handbag was actually at Fred Leighton, and they had one of Wallace Simpson's handbags, and it had never occurred to me that an evening bag could actually be jeweled or made of gold or something so precious. I mean, it makes sense that it would be. And Natalie Portman's vegan, so sometimes finding a bag is difficult because even when a bag is crystal or satin, it's often lined in leather, so we can't use it. So the gold bags are great for her, or precious gem bags because they're usually silk and gem and metal. I tend towards yellow gold and have for a long time. Yellow gold feels younger and cooler to me.